right.
Hey, Matt, could you take it and watch? And I'm sorry, could you repeat that last part?
Right there. See?
Yeah, the spring.
Yeah. You can record it. I don't care.
Yeah, I got you. Thank you.
Just take this spring off right here.
Okay.
Okay. And that'll just loosen it from right here.
Okay.
That'll allow this to drop forward.
Okay.
To loosen this belt.
All right.
Loosen the belt that's on so this belt right here has to come off.
Okay.
Take that off, and then when you take that off and the belt up front, you can drop. Can you see up in here? Then you take that belt off.
Okay.
Okay. And you'll have to feed it back through here,
Okay.
and then so bring it up and then feed it through that retainer right there,
Okay.
which may come off pretty easy itself. And then I got to look at how it goes around the idler.
Okay.
Go back down for a second.
Gotcha.
Now, Mac, you know how to. You set that spring. That seemed pretty easy for you to take
Yeah.
the spring off.
Pull it back a little bit so I'm out of this dirt.
Yep.
Not that I'm out of the dirt anyway. But okay, so this won't be a problem. So once you take it off of that pulley, which is the one we were looking at, so you take that belt off right there. That will allow you to take the other belt off. Once you take that spring off, it'll loosen the back end. That belt can drop off of that pulley right there.
Okay.
And then you take this off. This will be free. And then you can pull that belt off.
Right.
See, that belt's in bad shape. You can drop it off back there.
Okay.
Pull it through. You can send it back through there and then down, up around the bottom pulley and onto the top pulley.
First. Okay.
Drop it on here. This is a tensioner pulley, idler pulley, so it's flat.
Okay.
That means that it has the back of the belt,
Okay.
not the front.
Okay.
The front of the belt goes into V grooves, V pulleys. So that's a tensioner pulley. So when you're pulling that, all it's doing is spring loaded and it's moving that over to tighten the belt so it goes.
Okay.
And that stops, that spins these once that's tight.
Got you.
So, you take this off. If you had the belt, we could probably do it in 10 minutes, but
Right. I got
take
you.
that off, loosen that one, or take that one off and loosen this one, and you can swing it around.
Got you.
Okay. Then this will be loose enough to pull off.
Right.
Pull it through and down. Take the next one, and you can either send it through here and over, under. It has to go over top of this thing.
Okay.
This retainer here. It goes over that, and then you'll pull it down, up, back onto the pulley, bring it back out here and hook it up. Put the other belt back on, hook the spring back up, and you should be ready to roll.
Okay,
And
just
then push this back in and take it.
just real quick, the order of operations, is it the first
Doesn't
step?
matter.
Doesn't matter.
Just gotta take them off.
Well, you can't take the back belt off unless you undo that spring.
Okay, the spring, that's what I was going to say. Okay, so the absolute first thing we could do is take the spring off.
Yeah, unhook the spring, and that'll allow that whole drive gear back there to drop forward and loosen. Then you can pull the belt off. You don't have to take it off that pulley, and eventually you want to make sure it's on the back pulley and on that pulley. But in order to get this belt off, you've got to take that belt off of that lower pulley.
Right.
Drop it off, and then take this off so it's loose enough that you can pull it out of here. Now the whole thing's loose. You can send it through, take that belt off, put a new belt back through that opening, or feed it back this way. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
And get it back on there the same way it's on. Take pictures of the way it's routed.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you can see
definitely.
where it runs. And half the time, you don't see it on this one, but lots of times there's a belt routing diagram.
Gotcha.
Someplace. But,
Well, we can find it online or
but
wherever.
if you take pictures of it, you'll see.
Yeah.
It goes on there.
Yeah, we'll definitely take lots of pictures.
And then when you do that, though, because we pulled this back and made that tighter, you
Yeah.
may need to bring it back.
Loosen
a little
it,
bit.
okay.
You may have to. Depends
Right.
on how
We
much
just
smaller
we
that
just
belt
loosen
is.
the bolt and it loosens it basically.
Yeah, I just loosen that
Gotcha.
bolt and it'll be free and it'll pull
So
back.
I'm sorry, just to be super clear, this should be going more in this direction or more in this direction after we finish.
It will probably need to go this direction, which
To get
loosens
tight.
it.
Okay.
Oh, to get
That
okay.
direction. Okay.
Yeah, because
that-
all you're doing is, advancing this stretch. By
and we
pulling
can
that.
we can always readjust it too.
Yeah, you just loosen that up. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you can probably just loosen it up and let it drop free.
Okay. After.
Because the spring is on this that holds this, that pulls it forward. If you do that, this will come completely loose and you'll be able to take things off real easy, and then just pull it back out and tighten it.
Okay.
Okay, got you.
But you may have to move that back and forth. Otherwise, you'll pull that handle down and you'll pull it part of the way down and it'll start flying and you can't pull it any further.
Right.
Which is uncomfortable.
Right, okay.
So you kind of want it so that you're pulling it and compressing the spring. You can still hold it, but it's got it activated.
Okay. And it makes it, and we can,
Yeah.
like we said,
You'll figure
readjust
it out.
this.
That's pretty simple.
And what is this pulley called? Or is it just a pulley?
Well, I mean, it's a
That's a belt.
belt for one thing, but yeah, it's a belt.
You can see how much I know. Okay.
It's a deck drive belt.
Deck drive belt. Okay, deck drive belt.
Well, it's actually a blade drive belt, probably. The deck drive belt
Blade.
would be this.
Blade drive belt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you look up the parts diagram, you know, you can see it's a cogged belt for one thing. So when you're looking at belts, it'll say cogged belt
Right.
because it has these teeth
The
on it.
rigid in it, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is a V belt, probably a wrapped V belt.
And we always flip it on this side because this is where the carburetor is and it can
No,
flip.
the carburetor's on this side.
Shit.
This is the carburetor.
Okay, so
Yeah, you really shouldn't have a piece of equipment like this if you can.
well,
don't
that's
know
why I'm asking if we could like hang out with you sometimes. 'Cause-
Yeah, this is
But
this
either-
is actually the valve cover. So that means that the valves are right behind this, which means the piston's right behind this. Spark plug goes in that hole, which is
Right.
over the piston. You just don't want to turn it on the side of the carburetor because oil can run up the crankcase.
That's
into
why I
the
asked if
carburetor.
that. Yeah, because I
Yeah,
thought
well,
I heard
muffler.
something about that. Yeah.
That's the muffler.
I just go based off of the filter, so we just flip it that
Yeah,
way always.
Okay.
It's actually best to go that way
Just back,
if you
okay.
can.
If you can, right? But it's kind of hard to get to some.
I think you could do it going
Okay.
that way probably.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Well.
what I do is I lift them up like that, and I slide it underneath my hydraulic table or something that holds the end down,
Yeah.
and I get down there and work.
Makes
well,
it
once
easy.
you push it all the way to the floor, and you can put a jack stand or something under the front of it. and
Okay.
It's not too bad.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But I mean, I could change that belt by myself pretty easily. So if
I
you got
bet
two
you
hands
could.
in there doing it,
Okay, I
you
understand.
could do
Yeah, well, we're probably gonna end up. I would assume we're probably just gonna try to get that belt as soon as possible and get back to you. So
yeah.
So-
I mean, if you want to get the belt and bring it over, and
Yeah.
we'll put it on, we can do that.
Okay.
That's
for
what you
sure,
want to do.
we would appreciate that for sure.
Okay. All right. Well, how much?
But it works right now.
I'm sorry.
But it works right now.
Yeah. I guess we can use it for this weekend if you want to.
Well, we'll try to get
Yeah.
the belt in as soon as possible. If we can
Yeah.
get in this week,
So
that'd be good.
if you want to bring it back,
Yeah.
have me help you
Yeah.
do it, we can settle up then.
Yeah.
If you're not going to bring it back, you owe me $20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think we'll just pay you 20 now, and we'll still end up coming back. So
Okay, that works too.
just we want to be fair. We appreciate your time and everything.
No
So
problem.
Do you,
yeah, I got
you
20.
got 20 bucks?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's
Yeah, because we
easy.
definitely want to learn how to do the belts and stuff, obviously, because we got to get that when we're out in the field and everything.
comes with, kind of doing